Just play games with other people. Before you pause the video and comment, hear me out. I'm not talking about ignoring single-player titles. I enjoy a few single-player games every now and then. What I'm referring to is something deeper, something that I touched on briefly in a previous video. I want you to think back to some of your earliest gaming memories. What did you play? How did it make you feel? Who were you playing video games with at the time? Or were you playing alone? Hopefully you'll explore these questions with me, and I will try my best to explain my own experience in a way that is relatable and relevant to you. So let's get started. Some of my earliest memories of video games were either Nintendo 64, Game Boys, and Xbox. There was a lot of split screen involved, from Halo parties in high school to Mario Kart game nights with the family. Gaming didn't take up that much of my time or conscious thought. It was just something that I participated in as a part of my life. I didn't get to play a lot of video games as a child, and that was by design. It made me look forward to the time I could play. It was even better when I was playing with other people. Before PC gaming had its mass adoption, the social elements of gaming were done in person. We all have these memories of playing split screen, or even just taking turns playing a racing game because we only had one controller. I remember watching my friends play Mario Kart on the highest difficulty and cheering them on as they slowly beat every course. And then it was my turn to play, and it was their turn to cheer me on, or try to mess me up by grabbing the controller on Rainbow Road. After these multi-hour game sessions with my friends, it was time to shut off the console, and believe it or not, that was perfectly fine. We had our fill of digital fun, and then we went outside to either play sports or do literally anything else. Now it's low-hanging fruit to simply say, get off games and touch grass. What's really interesting to me is how slowly but surely playing games as a fun activity became gaming as a personality trait. When I was a kid, I dreamed of playing video games more and more often. But it wasn't just out of a fear of missing out. It was about just wanting to always be entertained, or figuring out more games to play, which on the surface is both good and bad. We all have that point where we get really into something. Our interest is genuine and our excitement is high, so we go headfirst into the deep end, not knowing that forces beyond our control were setting us up to drown. When games went always online, that's really when everything changed. Getting Xbox Live Gold for me in 2011 was a game changer. I could play games all day, every day. I would play games with my friends in my community, or I could meet new people. I'm not attacking the social elements of online games. I've met a lot of people through Xbox Live and my MMORPG days, and I still have great connections with those people. What I'm highlighting is that games became more accessible, more enticing, and more addicting. The guise of connecting players all around the world was really a smokescreen for one thing: always being online. And the crazy thing about always being online, it didn't mean always connect with people. It just meant always be playing. Multiplayer games and shiny cosmetics really flooded the gaming scene, and no matter how many times players say they hate microtransactions, they clearly don't hate it enough to stop buying them. This isn't a microtransaction video, but it would be odd to not bring up such a driving force in gaming in the modern era. Being always on was not a big deal to me as a teenager. I could get on Overwatch after school and play with friends I had either met in real life or in game. We would play daily, and that's where the habit formed. I want to be clear, the habit that formed for me, and I think most of you, had two heads. We loved playing games with our friends, and it was easier to play games together sometimes virtually than make plans to hang out in the real world. So why not? We can do something that we both enjoy. We can even catch up on what's going on in our lives. This is a good thing, to be clear. But the other habit that formed was much more subconscious, and that's daily gaming, alone. Now hear me out on this. You'd get on with your friends every day after school or work, whatever it was. Then slowly, as time goes on, your friends play less and less. Maybe they've moved on to other games or other things. Before that happens though, you're all playing together. You see these cool cosmetics in the item shop, and since you have something you want to show off to your friends, you buy some. Then your friends buy something too, and then you buy more. Eventually, you have a metric shit ton of skins. During this time, something changes. You're not just getting on when your friends do, you're playing without them. You're playing these multiplayer games alone. Maybe you just really enjoy the game, and there's nothing wrong with enjoying a game and playing it alone, but eventually your friends stop playing all together. But there you are, logging in every day after school or work, playing a multiplayer game by yourself. The item shop still calls out to you. There's a new Fortnite collab or a weapon skin. Who are you buying that for? Is it for you? Or is it to show off to your friends? Your friends don't play the game anymore, so it's a little worse. You're trying to show off to random players online who don't care if you live or die. This is the subconscious habit. Play more. Buy more. Play more. It just goes on and on. A race to the bottom of your attention span, dopamine levels, and your wallet. This is what all game companies try to do these days. Yes, I know there are some small indie studios out there that aren't that terrible, but let's not glaze indie games just yet. Over the last 5 years or so, people have been slowly getting tired of gaming, and they all attribute it to the same few points. AAA studios are the spawn of Satan. Microtransactions are ruining gaming. Oh, only indie studios are worth your time. Don't worry, you can trust them. They respect your time. If I'm being honest, I'm tired of hearing those talking points. It's unoriginal and low-hanging fruit. I'd like to submit this argument to you. It's not just big game studios trying to squeeze every ounce of time and money from you. It's you as well. Somewhere along the way, you changed why you play games. You changed how you interacted with games altogether. Some of that is the fault of companies spending billions of dollars trying to get you hooked. But part of that is also the fact that you lost yourself. And that's not an accusation. That was me 2 years ago. I would game daily. It would be a habit. I was interacting with video games the way modern game society wanted me to, not the way I wanted to. So I quit. I didn't just quit daily gaming. I quit social media. And I actually mean quit, like deleted the accounts. I play games almost exclusively on the weekends, either with my wife or a handful of friends. If it's gaming during the week, it's usually a single player title, but even then, that is not too often. And let me tell you, only booting up a game to play with people has been an absolute game changer. I'm not just referring to something like Valorant or Fortnite. I'm talking about co-op games. Over the last year, my wife and I have been looking for co-op games to play. We've played titles like It Takes Two, Carry the Glass, and we are currently working through Revenge of the Savage Planet. We've also been playing games a lot with family members like Lockdown Protocol and Peak.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. No. Yes. Yes. No, she didn't grab it. Did she? Oh, no, she did. No. We're all dead here. It's all up to you. Has he died from Stam?
We don't play games alone anymore. Gaming is a social activity that I participate in probably 6 hours a week or less. This video isn't meant to discourage you from playing video games. It's to get you to at least consider the possibility that, while yes, games have gotten worse over the years due to the pursuit of profit, games have also gotten worse because you play them too much, and for the wrong reasons. There's nothing wrong with playing video games, and there's nothing wrong with playing games you enjoy often, so long as you are playing on your terms. Intentionality is everything. A YouTuber by the name of BBK Dragoon has a lot of videos on intentionality in gaming, and I highly recommend you give those videos a watch. He does really great work. Because at the end of the day, game studios don't want you to be intentional. They want you to be so bored and unhappy with your life that you feel as though you have no other option but to game. I have reignited my filmmaking hobby in the last year. I haven't made a short film in 5 years because I convinced myself I didn't have time. And in reality, I had all the time I needed. I was just hijacked. And now that I've made 2 short films, I've fallen in love with hobbies that don't always include a screen. So when it is time to play games with my wife or my friends, I'm genuinely excited to play. And I think that if you try this, you'll enjoy games again too, whether it's a AAA title or an indie title you've never heard of before.